Yeah,
but
you need to see it.
From what I've heard about 89, he kills a lot. Does he kill a lot?
In 89? Not really.
What about Returns?
Returns, arguably, he might kill, like, he might. It's a little weird, because there is, like, there's the one scene everybody loves to point out where he straps a bomb to one of Penguin's thugs and kind of devilishly grins, but the explosion itself is kind of cartoonish, and considering the triangle,
When I finish with Batman,
Penguin's thugs are very circus-based, so it's a lot of clown and goofiness, so it's kind of ambiguous, but Batman 89, he kills the Joker, but it's kind of, you could argue it's more like a self-defense kill, because he pulls Joker down with him, essentially, almost. Penguin, he kind of indirectly kills, I guess. It's not like he's murdering in cold blood like, you know, Zack Snyder's Batman.
So, here's the thing that I'm not saying that I would immediately dislike Michael Keaton's Batman, but I am a big fan of the comic book Batman, and the comic book Batman don't kill. And there's a reason for it. There's a line that you never cross. But I'll still give it a shot. I'll still give 89 a shot. Because I just have to giggle at this whole concept that the unlikely concept of Michael Keaton, a comedian, played Bruce Wayne and actually nailed it.
Well, yeah,
you know, that's an interesting concept.
That's what a lot of people agree, though, about Michael Keaton's performances.
So
people were so up in arms back in, just like the way they were with Ben Affleck. People were up in arms with Michael Keaton playing Batman back then, and most people loved it when it came out.
Well, if you think about it, every Batman choice, aside from Kevin Conroy, has been a controversial
Do you like what I've
thing.
done with the place? My babies are growing, Batman.
'Cause
Come and see.
I know it wasn't just Keaton that got it, because I know Kilmer got it. Kilmer got a lot of controversy about it, whether or not he could play Batman. And Clooney did, to some extent. I know Clooney did. So, I guess my top three... Well, and actually, Andrea, go ahead and go into your top three. Who are your top three actors who have played Batman?
You'll have to remind me which ones were in which ones, because...
So, you
you got Adam West to the 60s.
Well, yeah.
Adam West in the 60s.
Michael Keaton, Batman and Batman Returns. You got Val Kilmer for Batman Forever. You got George Clooney in Batman and Robin. You got Kevin Conroy as all the animated incarnations.
That would be my #1 favorite.
Not all of them.
Well, yeah.
There's a new actor in charge. But
Okay.
and he does fairly well. Because the actor who does Batman and Young Justice, Andrea, he's the new Batman. And he does fairly well. He's no Kevin Conroy by any stretch, but, well, you know, Kevin Conroy was just a rare fit.
Well, I guess I don't actually know who voices Terry McGinnis, but I guess I would include him too in my top picks.
I don't know his name off the top of my head either. I know he didn't come back for the Justice League episode, which is dumb.
Are you ready?
Probably the second one would be...
Oh, Will Friedle, that's who it
Will
was.
Friedle?
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I need to clarify that. He came back for the Justice League episode, but the bonus one, he didn't.
I'm waiting.
It's not an older Will Friedle playing Terry. Somebody new, I think.
So go ahead, Andrea.
Maybe I'll assign Alex to go watch that episode on Netflix, because now he has access to it.
Yeah.
And so he can play it. And he can confirm it for me. So, okay, we keep interrupting Andrea. So you mentioned that you like Kevin Conroy.
What's
Yeah, that's like
keeping
one
you,
of
Batman?
my favorite
No one
one.
can resist poison ivy.
Second one would probably be
I got myself
the Batman
a little
from
security Batman.
Batman and Robin.
They'll just
You like George Clooney.
You like Clooney?
Yeah, actually I did.
Clooney?
I feel a little dirty hearing that.
What?
It's like Ben Affleck, though. It's not like he had a lot to work with.
Yeah.
I don't know
But-
why.
Forever I will remember this one line for the George Clooney one, which was, "This is why Superman works alone."
Wah, wah.
Like, no.
That's
not funny, George. You think it's funny, but it's not funny.
Well, he didn't write the line.
No,
was
Joel that wrote it?
Joel directed. Akiva Goodsman wrote the scripts. That's why I said if any writer should ever be apologizing for anything, it should be Akaba for the terrible '90s blockbusters he wrote.
Yeah.
Because he wrote Batman. He wrote Batman Forever. He wrote Batman and Robin, and he wrote Lost in Space.
I'm just kind of surprised that you pick Clooney over Keaton because you guys have seen '89.
Mm-hmm.
You pick him over Keaton. You pick him over Kilmer. You picked him over Bale.
Christian Bale.
Well, Christian Bale would be my third.
Christian Bale, he's good.
I don't know. That's just my.
Clooney does. I think Clooney
Look.
actually pulls off a nice Bruce Wayne. Batman, arguable, but Clooney can definitely do Bruce Wayne.
Maybe that's why.
Okay.
He encompasses eccentric billionaire playboy. Where
That's
Christian Bale is more like billionaire teenager.
Oh, good. For some reason it went away.
I mean, Adam West is a classic, but
Yeah.
I'm not a big.
I'm gonna get such hatred for saying this. I'm actually not a fan of the Adam West Batman.
Oh,
I love Adam West, but like, again, accurate to the character, Adam West does not.
Oh, that's
I
right.
guess, especially if you haven't grown up when that came around, it's just kind of. It's kind of hard to be a big fan, I guess.
Come into my parlor, said the Poison Ivy to the Batman.
I won't let you destroy it, Batman.
Oh, hi, Ivy.
I told you to go to your cell.
I was a fool. I thought the plants were in pain. Now I realize they were evolving, growing stronger.
Oh, gee, no. That brings up so many hentai jokes that we could bring up.
And the plant has a T-Rex roar.
Alright, everybody, roll a d20 towards your schoolgirl stat. Alright, so now we have a boss fight with Poison Ivy. So I guess I'm going to quickly go over my top 3 Batmen.
Well, before you do, I gotta make this joke. You don't like Adam West because you're only familiar with the new Batman movies. Michelle Pfeiffer. The only Catwoman is Eartha Kitt. Julie Newmar. I can never remember the third one, I swear. And I never needed molded plastic to improve my physique. Pure West. And how come Batman doesn't dance anymore? Remember that Tootsie? God, I love that Simpsons.
Okay, so what are your top 3?
Okay, go ahead.
Top 3, my number 1 is Kevin Conroy. Forever will be Kevin Conroy. I love what... Again, I'm one of those few people that just looks at the pairing of Conroy and Hamill and just thinks, what a perfect storm that nobody ever planned for. And it works. It still works to this day. Watch things like Mask of the Phantasm or just an episode of the animated series, and you will see why this pairing works. And it's why they brought them back for the Arkham games. So my number 1 is obviously that. My number 2... Here's where it gets a little bit more complicated. I can't judge Keaton, so I'm not even gonna put him in there. Because seeing pieces of a movie does not give me enough justification to put him on the list, as far as I'm concerned. But my favorite live-action Batmans, I don't know if I would put in the running. Well, yeah, I probably wouldn't. I'll give Bale some credit, but as far as I'm concerned, Kilmer actually was a good Batman. He probably hit my number 3 spot. And my number 2,
You have a number 2?
Well, I just barely said that Kilmer would be my number 3.
Yeah, so you got Kevin Conroy and you got Val Kilmer.
Yeah, Kilmer, Conroy, and then somewhere in between.
I guess that's it.
I'd probably put in Bale. I think Bale doesn't get enough credit for the role that he picked up. Guys, I make fun of the voice just as much as everybody else, but you have to consider that. Crap, I'm doing horrible.
Yeah.
I get it. The voice is horrible. I'm not disagreeing with you, But considering what he had to work with, and again, Batman Begins was a great way to be able to tell that origin story. I'll give it to him. Okay.
Ooh. Come out, Ivy.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
explosive
I have to use the
gel.
Explosive gel.
Peekaboo! I'm painting a bat on your window!
Looks more like a smiley face.
He's signing it. That's what's happening. Owie.
Did that kill you? Oh no.
No, we have a round 2 now.
Oh, come on with the round 2.
Except this time we have minions that are under her control.
Like, we had to go through all
Except
that
the
just to get
funniest part
one
about that,
explosion off.
her plant attacks will do more to damage them than they will to damage me.
Nice.
Have a nice trip.
I mean, would you watch the whole Adam West Batman series, Alex?
Sure.
I will admit, I
grew
watch
up-
it nostalgically.
I grew up watching that too, Andrea. So, because Dad would watch it with all of us.
Give in to a more powerful force, Batman.
Holy
So I guess
fertilizer!
let's go into the next question that actually came on.
Alright.
Kind of to pair this off, not only with the best Batman, who was the best Robin? And I'm not gonna say that you have to know the voice actors. I'm saying best incarnation of Robin. So,
Seriously,
like, do you appreciate the animated series more? Do you appreciate Chris O'Donnell and what he did?
I don't know. I guess the animated series is just, considering that's the most exposure I've had with Robin besides Batman and Robin, obviously, or Batman Forever for that matter.
I'd probably say the most,
Well, that
for lack of
and
a better term, badass Batman or not Batman, Robin would probably be the Teen Titans version, if not including the animated series.
right. Teen Titans.
Teen Titans. But if I included the animated series, I'd have to say Dick Grayson, and not just because of Robin, I love his run as Nightwing. Which I was really worried for a second there that the series would never reflect the Nightwing transition. But I don't know the actor who played him, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't either. I just know that.
And I'm not going to give credit to Chris O'Donnell. I actually have not
I need
ever
help
liked his
here,
performance.
boys.
I think that was a bad casting call. And I frankly
He's
applaud Chris
30.
Nolan for never doing a Robin.
Yeah. Well,
No, Joseph Gordon-Levitt doesn't count.
Well, it makes sense because the Nolan trilogy is mostly the early days of Batman.
Yeah.
So it's essentially before Robin.
I liked Dick Grayson mostly as the Robin, but you know, eventually when he got to be Nightwing, then Tim would be my second choice. I never really liked the whole idea of Damian Wayne becoming a Robin.
You don't like the spoiled punk of the grandson of Ra's al Ghul eventually inheriting the throne of the Bat?
It just,
What is wrong with you, Ann? I'm
just-
actually kind of partial not to Damian Wayne. Damian Wayne has a little bit of issues.
It just seems kind of.
Oh. Oh, hi.
Just cutscene mode.
It just seems out of place to me.
Curses.
Oh, no. He broke my window. He'll have to pay for that.
I'll talk to my buddy Bruce Wayne. I'm sure he's cool enough he'll take care of it.
All right. So let's go ahead and get into the next question here, because I think we've pretty much all answered our favorite Robins and all that. This is going to be a hard one, because I had to go in and clarify this. Best Batman series. Now, I had to clarify this, but because I wanted to make sure that we could cover everything. So this covers the Adam West Batman. Gotham is included on this list if you want it up for consideration, and also Batman was technically in Justice League, so you can also include that. So favorite Batman series, and you can top grade. I don't care. I know a lot of people want us to just do a number one. I like to open things up to a top grade because sometimes things are just too awesome.
Well, favorite Batman series would be Batman Beyond.
All right.
That's it, really.
Okay.
I liked the animated series, but unfortunately it's been a long time since I've watched any of it. Because I haven't really
here's the
watched
thing,
it
too.
since I was a
Like,
kid.
certain seasons aren't worth going back to. Like, I appreciate the 4th season, but I can get why a lot of people have problems with it.
Plus, I was still pretty young when Batman the Animated Series premiered, so it's that case when you're a real little kid and it's hard to, one, get control of the TV when you got siblings and parents, and two, you don't know when anything's actually on TV. You know, this is when because this is when commercials would say 8, 7 Central, and you're like, what does that mean?
Yeah, exactly, because you didn't know time zones yet as a kid.
Yeah.
So Batman Beyond. So, Andrea, why don't you go ahead and go next, and then I'll end it again. You can either do a top 3 or you don't have to. Best Batman series. If anybody includes Gotham on this list, I'm going to be surprised.
Well, I can't really say anything about Gotham since I really didn't watch any of it. I maybe only seen a few things from the first episode just to see what it was looked like, but I've never thought of looking into it further yet. I'm not saying that I may be later on, it just is not on my list at the moment. But I would say Batman the Animated Series would be the first, followed by Batman Beyond, and third would be like Justice League.
Justice League, or with Justice League, I'm basically saying all of it. So
Well, yeah.
Unless you want to specifically state like Unlimited was better, or
No, I'm just saying all together, you know. It's like
Thank you, guys. I'd like to thank you for being such horrible henchmen, and therefore I was able to plow through you really easy.
in case you can't tell, Alex, we're at endgame here.
Right.
So before we walk through the store, let me go ahead and just breeze through my top 3 because it's very easy for me to answer it. Number 1 has to be the animated series, because if not for the animated series, we would not have gotten Superman the animated series, and we would not have gotten Batman Beyond, Justice League, all of that. They all stem from Batman the animated series. So I will forever credit that as being a staple. The second one I would point out is... Well, I'm going to go ahead and go with it. I was debating whether or not to do it, but yes, Batman Beyond is still considered a really great series, especially since it's not really officially tied. I'm going to turn these guys off for a second. I'm going to count it because it's different enough that it's unique enough that it can stand on its own. The third that I would actually go into would be the Justice League run, because there are just some really great moments. I mean, I don't know about you, Andrea, one of my favorite episodes is when all the Justice League members get turned into 8-year-olds, and we get whiny, brooding 8-year-old Bruce Wayne, who, like, Wonder Woman saves all the time, and he goes into the whole, I can't be saved by anybody.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks so dumb. It's one of those episodes that we need to pull Alex aside and just have him watch it.
He needs to sit down and watch it.
Yeah, that in Justice League Unlimited where Batman sings. Yes, in order to save Wonder Woman, he has to sing. And he sings I think it was a Barry Manilow song or something like that. It was so out of nowhere.
That and everyone had to try and stay awake, and Batman had to stay awake.
Yep. So I have to give it that. And then an honorable mention I would actually point out would be Brave and the Bold, because I'm not a big fan of Brave and the Bold, but at least it kind of went into the Gold and Silver Age outlandishness of Batman and what they used to do.
Wasn't the Brave and the Bold the one that was kind of like the Adam West animated
Kind of, yeah.
spin-off? Like...
Except it went into like a lot of DC heroes. And
oh, yeah.
so you actually had like it was the first time ever in a long time we heard the Wonder Woman theme from the 70s.
All night. Don't tell me you've not been looking forward to it.
I don't know. Alex, Andrea, are you looking forward to our showdown with the Joker?
Of course, because he's the Joker.
Everyone always said I should be in television. You don't want to miss this, really. It'll be a blast. 10, 9,
Uh-oh.
8,
He's counting down.
7, 6, 5, 4.
No. Maybe I shouldn't be here.
Yeah, maybe you should get away. Thought so.
Actually, it opens up the door.
Well, I figured it was
You
gonna
have to
blow.
do it.
Well, I figured it was gonna blow up.